So, Gayatri Acharya ji, so your professional career has been a scholarly profession. You have been teaching and writing books and teaching all through your years, all these years. This was your profession, if I understand. Now, what happens? You have come to me after 2 years, and you have practically come after the post-COVID lockdown period. When you last time came to me in 2019, that time you were smoking and your lung capacity was weak and you have little huffing and puffing, and we said you have to quit smoking and you quit. And I still remember you said that I didn't know, doc, it was so easy to quit. So why didn't I quit before? So you told me, so I said, look, you're a scholarly person, you're a highly intellectual person. If you want something, you can achieve. Because of your cortical input, it happened, because you're a highly cortical person. So it happened, you did well. So now you have come to me after 2 years. The first thing I asked you is that how you have been doing. He said, I'm fine. I'm active at home. I'm meeting people. I'm connecting myself telephonically to my friends. But I'm not moving out that frequently. So when I gave you a questionnaire called CAT questionnaire, which is basically chronic COPD assessment test, which is a perceptive question, that is called subjective questionnaire. As a super specialist, when we talk of lungs, there are two things: objective and subjective. Subjectively, you may be very good, but objectively may not be that good. And why subjective and objective, they should be pari passu? The reason being, many times we are very homebound, we are very corner bound, we are not that active, so we are very happy what we are doing it. So you know your objective assessment of the lungs. One, you're accustomed to certain activity which you used to do before. Like for example, a person who used to go out for activities, market areas, meeting friends, going to clubs, that is not happening. So our physical activity has come down significantly. Only thing which is need based which is happening. So what happens? The body goes into a kind of deconditioning. You understand? If I manage everything, because if you're connected digitally, if you have your laptop, your palm top, your phone, your books around you, then the least you require, probably you have to go to your washroom and eat, and that's all. And probably you can call your friends. But this 2 years has given a significant amount of deconditioning to the body. That is what we are talking about. Deconditioning means if I'm sitting for 8 hours working, so the lungs are also performing less. Imagine I walk or I stand up, but I take, like for example, I take your scenario, you're a scholar. When you stand, when you meet, when you go, when you climb upstairs, that means you're doing lung activity, because everything is lung work. You understand what we call the work of breathing. So what happened in COVID time, because of the COVID rules didn't allow you to go out. So we have become a little deconditioned. The muscles have lost a little shin, because we were not expanding our muscles that frequently the way we used to do for other things. The world was not that open, so we are very confined. This is number one. Number two, what happened? We were not getting all the things which we were getting before, like the good sunshine, the good exposure to the environment, because the wellness score and everything. Because in the homebound, you cannot get those sunshine, even if you're consuming extra calcium and all those things. Third thing is that we are not also able to assess ourselves, especially when you go to that age group. Am I breathless? That's why you have come to me after 2 years. You said, doc, I'm fine, but I need some validation. That whether I'm okay or not. You assess me and tell me.
Yeah, because my family told me to.
Yeah, that's very good. So family told me that is also a kind of validating your things which you are doing well, and I can see you are very smiley, good, and everything. Why? So when I did your CAT score, I found your amazingly your lung loss is hardly 12.5%, which is very normal for your age. You're nearing 80. How old are you?
77.
77. So you're nearing 80. And as I shared an article to you that the WHO said the old age starts at 80. Still you have 3 years to go. And you may not achieve that old age the way you have been going, because you have been so cortically active. So what I'm saying is that your lung score is amazingly good. It's 10 out of 10. Perceptual score, the subjective score. But when I do your objective score, I see a little slump. I would have expected 80%. I would have expected 75%. I'm getting 67%. Then she asked me, what was the last score 2 years back? 2 years back, the score was 57%. But that time, it was a disease lung. That was a smoking lung. That was the inflamed lung. All the last 2 years you have been on inhalers and all, you're following religiously all those. So what I'm saying, so though you're absolutely fine, you don't have any lung issues, but you have to recondition your lungs. Everybody has to recondition the lungs. And how do we do it? It's not easy now. The Omicron is come back. You cannot, even if you want, you cannot go out and meet friends. Others may not like it also. But you have to sitting and doing whatever. You have to enhance your lung capacity by doing certain lung rehabilitation, simple exercises. So I'll teach you on that. So I'll give you some thing, other than your drugs, you can do certain basics to improve your alveolar ventilation or the lung ventilation. So for this is called a coach. It comes by the name of coach 2. Everybody should be doing it. Now, what is a coach 2? When I'm sitting, I'm losing my 20-30% of the base of the lungs because when I'm sitting, the lower portion of the lung doesn't get enough oxygenation. But when I'm purposefully doing some activity of expanding the lungs, that is what you call sigh. You must have seen when you feel bored, after a couple of times you take a long breath, that is called sigh breath. This is a kind of a mandatory sigh where this is what is called coach incentive spirometer. So there is a coach, there is an incentive. Coach says that whatever the number you select, the volume of air which you are taking in, normally we need around 500 ml of air for the lungs. But normally the 20-30% gets wasted. It's called a dead space. Suppose I said mandatory of fixing, okay, I'll do 300. I'll start with a 300. So when you raise the ball slowly, it has to be very slow and deep. Slow and deep, the way we breathe in. So you see, watch me what I'm doing. So if I fix 300 ml and slowly I have to reach the middle point, this is called the smiley point. This is a coach. If the coach says, fine, Mr. Acharya, you're doing amazingly for your age, 300, you're doing perfectly fine. I'll go to the next level, say 500. Okay? You understand? Like this, you can enhance your endurance level. You got it? You can start from 250, 300, 400, 500, 750, 1000. Say, for example, in the next couple of days, you find, no, I can achieve 500. So you fix 500. If you're comfortable doing 500, after a couple of days, you can go up to 750. You got it? This is called coach 2. Everything I'm giving in a video format. This is called breathing in technique because lung has got two things, in and out. In is your effort, but out is the effort of the lungs. It is something like when you stretch a rubber, that is effort of your fingers. It is your effort and you're breathing in. But when we are sitting long hours, not that active, we are breathing less volume. So coach 2 is a method by which you can enhance that you should be doing. This is a kind of rehabilitation, lung rehabilitation. This is called a cappella. Now what is a cappella? It is breathing out technique. These two simple toys can make you do wonders. You can reach 90% of the lung capacity sitting without going for workout, without going out, meeting people, working out. So this is what happens. There's a little resistance. We go from 0, 1 to it's something like a lung gymming. You understand? So breathing in, you have understood. Now breathing out is the effort of the lungs. Automatically breathe out. Like for example, you got it. When we breathe out, the air comes automatically out because of the elastic property. But as we grow older, the elasticity becomes less. So this helps you to increase elasticity. So what you do, breathe out slowly. Increase your resistance from 0, 1, 2, 3. This is a breathing out technique. It's called a cappella. So if you have these two toys or lung exercising items, one for breathing in, one for breathing out, you can enhance your lung capacity, you can optimize your lung function, you can still do better. So your objective score will also improve. If you keep doing it, if you buy this, these are available in Amazon, you will find next time when you come to me, your 67 will be 80%. So this is basically addition. I'm not going to write additional drugs for you. Only thing probably I'll write a little calcium and vitamin D, which you're not getting enough at home. Otherwise, you're absolutely fine. So this is a little video I've done. So everybody has to do little in and out exercises so that we enrich our lungs, enhance our lung ventilation so that the deeper pockets, the alveolar ventilation increase. The alveoli is the finer balloons which is supposed to get the right oxygenation because COVID affects that portion of the lungs. So good breathing exercise is the need of the hour. Keep doing it. So you will always be protected. Plus your regularly steam, gargle, preventive inhalers, regular flu vaccination, 5-yearly pneumonia vaccination, all those things, basic rules, you know it. So I've sent you this video. It will go to you.